Hi, team. This is Joseph Bradley, Global Vice President at Cisco Systems and Applied Futurist. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to talk to you in a public fashion via social media. Unfortunately, my father had come down with a pretty serious blood disease. All is good now. He just got out of chemotherapy. So proud of him. Toughed it out, and he's back in full force. But one of the things that I wanted to reflect and share with all of you in hopes of others being able to benefit from the story is while this is going on in my life, I also had the best performance I've had ever from a business perspective. It was amazing. I mean, my team, we blew out our revenue forecast, we blew our margin forecast, blew our bookings forecast. And I thought of all of this in light of this kind of heavy personal stress on me. It was the best business performance I've had. And I thought about that and I reflected as to why. And there's something that, as my dad had his illness, I've been taking him with me as I present and I talk to people. And I like to tell a story about him. One of the things he told me, he said, Joseph, anyone can be a father. Any man can father a child, but it takes a true man to be a daddy. And what he really was getting at in my mind is it's much sometimes when we think from a business perspective, sometimes we think at those things that are very easy for us to achieve in terms of reasons why we're not driving performance. We think about things on the surface level, but we as executives or we as business leaders or we as new members to the workforce, we don't dig deep enough. We don't go to that first order principles of what's stopping me from achieving my greatness. And so I thought about it, and there were three things that I did over the last 12 months that I've committed to on a daily basis that I think have had just a huge impact on me. So let me share those with you. Number one, I really took the time to ultimately take care of my mind. Three things I did: mind, body, and soul. So let's talk about mind. I was never a big meditator, never a huge fan about meditation. I thought it was more of a religious context and couldn't have really real applicability into helping me be more productive in terms of what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. Boy, was I wrong. I meditate twice a day, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. I found a great meditation app. Nope, I'm going to tell you about it. It's called Headspace. If you use it, if you don't use it, there's no payment coming either way as a result of this. It's just been had a profound impact on me. And what I like about Headspace is that it gives you real live ways and exercise and meditation that you not only do in the morning, but you can do during the day periodically that keeps you focused. One of those is this notion of how we deal with stress, right? Think of yourself as walking along a mountain and you're walking along this mountain and your mind is this blue sky. It starts as being very, very clear and open. But then, man, sometimes you get a couple of clouds in there, right? There's no big deal. You're okay to deal with the clouds. You keep walking by. But then all of a sudden you get storms. I mean, real major issues. And you can at times almost stop. And you're just so focused on the storms, the storms, the storms. Well, in meditation, it teaches you that what you're looking for is always still there. If you just keep walking, you can remind yourself of the calmness and bring yourself the ability to be aware and recognize that you have stress and things in your life, but also know there's an underlying calmness and openness to free your mind. So highly advise you to do meditation 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. It's had a profound effect on my ability to really be productive. The second thing I did this year was really focus on my body. And I thought about, you don't need to be a movie star, you don't need to be a rich athlete the thing is when you think about what you spend, what we invest in, many of us invest in things that depreciate. We'll buy a car, we'll lease a car, we'll lease a this, or we'll go buy a bunch of Starbucks. But rarely, if you think about what you invest in things that yield a return. I got to tell you, Cesar Velasquez, again, best trainer I've ever had. Went to his services, train every day with him. When I'm in Chicago, I get to see him. When I'm not, he gives me an app. But the point is the ability to get up in the morning, to take care of your body, to work out, gives you an ability to energize and just start your day right, right? Healthy body is so important, especially if you're an executive or you're in a role where you're traveling 300,000 plus miles a year. You got to take care of yourself. Along with that, I got a nutritionist, Madeline Holloway. Wow. I mean, eating right, someone to hold you accountable, right? And I'm going to tell you, these things aren't expensive. You don't need to make millions of dollars a year to do this. You just have to choose to make it a priority in your life, and you can do it. Third thing I found that really had a strong impact for me was taking care of my soul, mind, body, and soul. What I mean by this is, man, it truly is better to give than receive. Every day, I challenge myself to do one small task for someone that I can point out where I went out of my way. Maybe that's holding a door for an elderly man or lady, or maybe that's seeing someone who's down their luck and offering them a few bucks, or buying them a sandwich, or maybe that's just having a really busy calendar and someone comes in, but do you have 5 minutes? And you go, yeah, I do. How can I help you? Whatever it is, this notion of giving back really, really fueled me. So I got to tell you, I wasn't one who, really embraced this notion of holistic thinking and trying to, meditate and taking care of your body and taking care of your soul. But I got to tell you, over the last 12 months, without a doubt, it has been a true transformation for me, and has allowed me to achieve things personally with patience in my personal life, and patience on the performance in my business life, that I just have reached a level of fulfillment, of enjoyment, and of performance that I would have never thought possible. And so I'll leave you with that. I hope this motivates you. You can do it. You can make a change. You can reach that next level. Be a change maker, and we'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye, guys.